to a team about, you've gone through 6 games, it might have been the NBA West, but Lenardi still had you in. Do you talk about that at all?
I try to stay away from it, but you can't be naive and understand that the message isn't getting through to the players. And I mean, I'll walk down the street, I'm going to Starbucks, and somebody will yell at me, "You're last four in," and so I obviously know what they're talking about. And I usually just check it once a week. But with the guys, what we've talked about, there's not bad losses in this league. You just can't have a lot of them, and every team's good, and the wins are really special and great, and you got to try to find as many of them and try to stop the bleeding. You can't have consecutive losses very long. And the mentality that I want with our guys is really, and we've talked about this, just put everything into the next game and don't worry about anything else. And that way we're not worried about the past behind us or have an unneeded anxiety worrying about the future, because we got to win as many of them as we can, and then let the selection committee do their thing.
What did you see from Chris Mon today?
Yeah, I'm so happy for him because he just has a great energy about him all the time. And when he's on the court in practice, he's got a smile. He's great to be around. And, guy comes here for 1 year, and sometimes you're worried about somebody being selfish, and he's complete opposite. He's so happy for everybody's success that he deserved that success tonight by the way that he treats other people and the way that he is a person.
Chris said that he's just happy to be included in the bubble talk. Teams sometimes talk about dealing with the pressure of, are we going to make it in or aren't we? Do you think the team's handling the pressure in a healthy way and just kind of grateful for whatever comes out of it?
Well, I mean, the thing about it, it is a great thing, the fact that people are talking about us in the NCAA tournament. I mean, we were picked 16 in the league, and so you're not anticipating us being any kind of bubble or the bottom bubble or whatever else. And the fact that, that's being mentioned and we got a chance, we're playing meaningful basketball into February. We'll play meaningful basketball in March. That's what you want this time of year. Some teams in this league are playing for 1 seeds. Some teams are fighting to get in and everything else. And it's going to keep making us better. Every single game makes me a better coach, makes our guys a better player. And we're learning along the way, and we got to win some, and we got one today.
What did Ole Miss do late first half and early second to trim the lead and even take it? I know you guys obviously ended up winning the game, but what did they do kind of in that middle stretch to frustrate?
Yeah, there was a couple different things. So one, we got sloppy with the ball. Some turnovers in the end of the first half. We had some double teams, and we were trying to drive gaps that weren't there, and we weren't passing the ball on time. So that hurt us in segment. End of the game, we had a couple unfortunate turnovers too. But a lot of times, in those situations, you want to, take the blame and everything else. But I actually give a lot of credit to Ole Miss. Some of the shots they made, the threes they made in the second half, were really good shots, and contested and good defense. And give credit where credit's due. Like when we lost to Kentucky and we played poorly in the second half, that was our mistakes. Kentucky was making threes, and we were not playing good defense. This was a lot of good defense, and Ole Miss was making tough shots.
I know the second half struggles have been a bit of a talking point the last few weeks, but to be able to overcome that today, despite some of those struggles, being able to get the win, how big is that for your team's confidence to not allow that to snowball and to show that even despite that, you're still able to come out the better end of it?
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes too, it's road and home. And the crowd was great today. They've been supportive all year. The student section is tremendous. And they lift us up in a downtime, and we need that. So there's a lot of adversity on the road. And, Kentucky got us. We played well enough to win against Tennessee. I don't care if you want to say first half, second half. We had a lot of bad breaks go against us that were unfortunate, that we played good enough basketball to win that game. But there's some other times where you can do your best and the other team makes a run. Everybody's going to have urgency in the second half. And, my staff and I, about a week and a half ago, we had a long meeting and we were writing down all these ideas for second half and adjustments and different things that we might need, and listed all our problems, and ended up being a long meeting. And I think we're addressing some of them, got some more to fix. And, I do think we're still learning along the way. We're situational, got to do better situational, and then also just kind of the stop and runs. Our second half defense probably been the biggest hole.
I got to ask about Jason Edwards. He kind of got knocked down on the knee. How's he feeling now?
Yeah, I don't know. He wanted to go back in, and the first play he went back in, he limped, and we turned the ball over. And he told me he could run and go catch the ball, and he didn't. So, having him in the game where he can make tough shots, we needed him. But the other guy stepped up, and when he wasn't there, he's got a couple days for treatment. I hope he's okay. I don't know for sure.
Obviously, the 3 losses were really good teams that pretty much everybody loses to, but you guys hadn't lost 3 in a row yet. Just what kind of morale did you see from the guys in that stretch?
We had great practice last 2 days, and as a coach, we're going to be upbeat. We're going to be positive. The players going to be the same thing. If you get down, you're going to stay down, and this league will, it's unforgiving. So, you lose a game, go win the next one. Pick out the positives that you want to talk about and to try to fix some things and to keep on moving. But we're not going to get down. I don't care what the streak is, a win streak, a losing streak. We're going to stay in the right direction.
Anything else, Coach?
All right, thank you all.